Hello? Are you guys there? Hold on a second, guys. Hello? Hi! Who stinks? Me? No, I don't actually. I have skinny ankles.
Welcome back to Aren't You Exhausted? The only corner of the internet where we stare into the void of influencer chaos so you don't have to. And I'm Ashley, your host, the biggest back, biggest bitch, biggest mouth on YouTube, both emotionally, spiritually, and you've seen my merch. Before we unpack the latest disaster in motion, let me give a quick shout out to my channel members. Emmy, Kalari C, Tiffany Joy, Bigtittyprettybitch, and Secret Squirrel. Now let's talk about a woman who fell down a staircase and turned it into 6 hours of live stream content.
What was I talking about? I didn't even get a bottle of water. I have to find something to drink water out of. Let's get creative. What was I talking about? You judge me if I drink from a bowl? That's all I can do. At least I can drink the tap water. Anyway, what was I talking about? I need something to drink water out of. So tired. I need water because I haven't had water in about 6 hours now. Like, what? It's pretty good. Well, I have a container. At least it has a lid. I have a container of water.
So after some fuddy-duddying around, welcoming members, and talking to her beezers, Chantal lets us know that she fled Kuwait, and she did so because she was under extreme pressure from legal restrictions, mystery organizations, and apparently the desert heat, which valid. Kuwait is hot. Let's not pretend this was some noble flight from injustice. This was a social media personality realizing that her mouth finally wrote checks that could actually bounce her into a courtroom, a Kuwaiti courtroom. So she dipped. Plane ticket, passport, puff of shisha, gone. And guess what? No handcuffs, no extradition, no airport standoff, unless you count her frantically Googling Canadian dispensaries.
I have a story time before I tell you a story time, okay? I'm just lifting this a little bit, sorry, but all right. Which story time do you want first? I am live from my own freaking apartment. I'm in my bedroom. Okay, here's what happened. So all right, so when my last live, I was kind of like 1-800 number. Who's that? Oh, don't start. You get a phone number and the 1-800 number start pouring in. Okay. Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta change. I cannot wear this. This is too ugly and clingy. So let me just change. I need some. Okay. You don't know all the work I have to do. This is insane. And this is all on my own. Okay, so yes, I'm in Canada. When I said on my last live stream, let's rewind to my last live stream. When I said on my last live stream that I'm getting the hell out, I meant it. And I want to make this very clear, okay? I love Kuwait. I appreciate the almost 3 years I came back on and off there, okay? Like, I had some really good times there. It is a beautiful country, but it's not for me because I need to be in a country where I won't get like a big fine or put in jail for, how my mouth is, right? Julia is with Salah, and Salah and Julia are very safe. I'm not going to tell you where they are right now, but I basically was waiting to go live so that I could just focus on, so that I can. There's so much to say. So after that live stream, my last live stream, I was very emotional. And I have done some things like that. Yes, like swearing is no in Kuwait, and I've done that a lot. Like when I would get mad and swear at, haters or whatever. And but the majority of the things like I was being accused of, not true. So like I'm sorry, but like I love Kuwait, but that organization, we won't even talk about that. Very unprofessional. Very. And they just sound like haters, Anything I've done there, I might be stupid. So if I broke a law that way, okay, but I never intentionally meant to disrespect the country. Like I feel horrified at that thought, but like I'm so impulsive. Um do you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm not talking about the charges. I'm not talking about all of that crap right now. I might get to it eventually, but right now, no. But no, I'm not under arrest. I never got in shit. Like the next day, like when Salah came home, him and I were arguing on live. We continued to he's like, why are you need to control your mouth. Like he's always like, you need to control your mouth. So I said, you need to book me a ticket to Canada, like stat, okay? And I was just like, the next day, like a la tool, I was on a plane, Qatar Airways, still married, okay? And yes, Julia is 100%, like Salah's the best cat dad, okay? Yes, I can speak my mind, and you know what? I respect that law of Kuwait, all right? I didn't respect it when I would swear in Kuwait. I don't know, it's killing me that we were torn apart, I miss him and I miss Julia so bad. And I just feel like Julia can travel now. She has a passport, certificate of health, microchip, all her vaccines done, everything, all like a traveling profile. So she can go anywhere, which is cool. I respect Kuwait for having that law. That they don't want, that's why when you go there, it's like peaceful. Everyone is like contained in public, quiet. It keeps people in check in a respectful way. And they have been pretty lenient because look how long I've been there and swearing and stuff. So I fully take that responsibility. But a lot of the shit, like, come on. Like wanting me to be in prison for accidentally one time. Oh yeah, the oil fields. That's like, they just like, it's like the psychotic haters are like just waiting. They're salivating. Like go read like Atazi's comment section. They write sermons about things that are not even true. Like, how can you report me for a fake marriage or not being really married when it's not even true? Like, we're legit married. There's no illegal loophole in the system. It was a legal marriage. We have a certificate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get out of here. For the kitten, yeah. Well, it's, it doesn't matter. They basically it says in the law, what they mean by that is somebody coming and making a whole ass friggin' like foundation, like the OSPCA, and saying, give me money for the cats, and actually taking it, which I believe is like money laundering. Like, that's not what I paid like $70 and that's how much the vet costs pretty much. But anyway, like really unprofessional. Like they did in the document, they put Foodie Beauty. Like what? Anyway, I'm not talking about them. I honestly don't want to like go down that road. I don't want to give it any attention. I'm living my life, Playing right home. So the next day I left and I was like, what if, like, I don't know, I'm like, what if I get detained at the airport? You people make me paranoid. No, they didn't even barely, they're like, whatever, bye. And so I just left. I'm not going back to Kuwait because I don't want to risk anything. Thank you. I like my freedom. Like, I don't want to be why would I stay? Well, if you're not guilty, why don't you say, no? I'm not getting locked up on some bullshit. Yoink, bye. I think I put on like a Hekate's daughter stream and like packed all night. And just like, I can't tell you how heartbroken my heart is that I left my husband and cat. I know, but she is very safe. We're not abandoning her. I know. I guess I just, and like people comparing me to Vitali, there's like a huge difference. Vitali went and did like he knew what he was doing, like he knew what he was doing would be disrespectful. Like you don't go and like, say something sexual to the cops. Like imagine I did that there, like, he stole things out of a store. Like, no, very different. I mean, if I broke the law, it was with, like, I had good intentions and I was just ignorant and like, what, What did it push me to come home? Yeah. That drama just like I was like, no, I'm not dealing with that in my life. No way. So it's closed. Kuwait arc is over. Like this is so weird to me because this is like a show for you. This is like your Netflix 10-part series. And it's like my life, you know? Oh yeah. I just at that night, the minute I got off the live, we booked a flight. I left the next day. My family picked me up at the airport. And I spent hours a day looking for an apartment. It didn't take long, actually. It was like one day I found a place. I spent like 7 hours that day. I rented a car, I drove to a park. And the weather, I enjoyed the weather. Like it was, I appreciate Canada even more now. Canada is a beautiful country. Did you leave because of pause? It was like, that was one of the reasons, because I was like, I'm not dealing with their bullshit, you know? And I'm not going to jail for saying that. But like what I don't get is they're being illegal about things too. They're not supposed to post the case number. They're supposed to go on Twitter and like you're slandering someone because one, you have no idea if those allegations that haters are sending you on Twitter, how professional, are even true. You can't just, somebody like it's so weird. The whole thing is like weird to me. And I was like, I'm getting the fuck out. Like I'm getting out of here. But anything from outside Kuwait, irrelevant completely. But like, a lot of the things in Kuwait too, like, were not even something I did. Or, it's like they were taking the haters probably, imagine, a page and a half. Like, I understand, actually, Pause is probably just, like, dumbfounded. Like, they probably don't deal with these kind of people, I don't know. And imagine, like, being bombarded by these people writing dissertations of, like, things about me. They're probably, like, and they just wrote them all down in the complaint, like, no, Addie, you don't have to double check the facts. You don't need proof of anything. Kuwait is really cool. Like, they're a nice country, Like, I love it there, but I can't control my mouth. Honestly, you guys can have any opinion you want, but I would say, if you want to take anything away, like, Kuwait hasn't come down on me. It's Pause trying to get Kuwait to come down on me. But they've been really, really, really good to us. And like my marriage is legal, but like they didn't have to like approve it, like even a legal route. Like they've just really been really nice, like and it's no, I still love it there. I still respect the country, but yeah, Pause is a totally different thing. So maybe like yeah, I just had to dip. That's why. I never thought that I would have to flee, and become a fugitive this fast. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't feel like any of this would have been blown out of proportion if like they weren't bombarded, by people sending them lies, like stupid ones. Number one, I never scammed anybody. And they're saying I call them terrorists. The haters that you're taking their word for everything, they've said things like that, not me. Thank you very much. But continue to look insane. But if I don't and I go off, I won't be in prison because we don't have modesty laws here. And like I said, I respect modesty laws, but I don't know. That's my one problem I have always. I'm not the most modest, For example, filming the oil fields. In their mind, how they try to make me look out to the people in Kuwait as if I was like a spy and I'm going in and I'm filming, I'm doing all these illegal activities. When in reality, it was just being ignorant about the laws and just driving past it. And there's other videos on YouTube of people doing that in more depth. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's so petty, it's so childish, it's so ridiculous. Like, get a life is all I have to say. That's it. Like, did you really think that I was gonna pop up in a prison? Please. You know why? Because those charges are BS. That's why. Like, I didn't do half of that, any of that stuff. Like, anyway, don't even exactly. I'm too like, focused on rebuilding. Like, I have a lot to do. I don't want to do any of it, but wishing for a woman to be in prison in the Middle East is beyond what I can understand. Yeah, it's really weird, but you could be prepared. Like, before I went to Kuwait, I read the Canadian Travel Advisory page and how, like, the general rules, some of the general rules, but it doesn't cover everything. Like, I live in this country and I still don't know every single law. But for them to like spin the narrative to pause that I purposely did all these things just to disrespect Kuwait is so not true and so unprofessional and so actually immoral to just try to smear someone for something you don't even know is truth and you're completely biased about the situation. Like, you actually like you should, your organization should like be trying to encourage people to help out, and if they're doing something wrong, you know, just educate them. Why like go the extra mile and then be like, oh yeah, and they're prostitutes too, yeah, you want to pick these guys up? What? Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, but you can check the laws all day, Chuck. You can't read the whole law book, you know what I mean? Like sometimes there's little like laws that you don't even, the laws change a lot in Kuwait. Actually, that law about cherries just came up like last month. It's a new law. Yeah. They're acting worse than any hater. It's like insane. And I'm sorry, but if you're gonna try to get me, like if I stayed in Kuwait, I would just write them up. Like did you see the screenshots of them telling someone to go F themselves? Like, so dumb. The whole thing is dumb as hell. I took nothing they said seriously. No, I had to go. I didn't get forced to, but before I do, like my mouth is just in, my mouth will get me in trouble. Like I cannot be somewhere where words can put you away. Because, and I'm not disrespecting their laws, like I said, I respect that, but like for me, and it was just really hot and I was missing my family. I said, I gotta go. The whole thing just put a really bad taste in my mouth. I have, you know, a new appreciation for Canada, and I don't mean to dog on any country. Like I really do respect Kuwait. I'm not just saying that. What would I care? Like I'm not there now, so I could speak my mind freely about the place, and I really love it as a country. I have no problem with it. But I mean, every country has issues, right? I didn't talk so much smack about Canada. I was just being honest. Like there was things that really just depressed me about it, and they kind of still do. But I have a kind of a new appreciation for it in a lot of ways. But I appreciate Kuwait too. I think the law basically is that I think that it's like they don't want people coming to Kuwait, taking advantage of the animal crisis there, and you know, soliciting, you know, like not claiming themselves as an organization or what they're trying to do to help the stray cats. I was trying to like take that kitten for my own to take care of it. That's why people were sending me money, not to take their money for other nefarious reasons. You know what I mean? And it's not, how is it illegal to do YouTube videos in Kuwait when, I mean, there's travel vloggers. They have to, I don't get that, you know what I mean? I made a big deal over nothing. No, because, okay, here's the thing. I'm not in their economy. Like, it's not work, it's like, I'm not taking money from them. They're not paying me. It's YouTube, which is an American company. Yeah. I mean, if you saw a kitten, yeah, wouldn't you take it? I don't know. Like, if the mother was there, saw her around, and he was, like, going up to her and stuff, of course, you know, I probably would have taken them both, honestly. I haven't had any notification that I'm barred, because those people submitted the complaint, has to be investigated, and they have to win the case. I have to be charged. And then they might decide if I would be barred or not. Even then, it's probably only a few-year bar. It depends. And that's if. You know? Yeah, I was scared I was going to get detained at the airport. I was. I was minding my business, and I was looking at the security guards, because you know how you have to go through and show them your... They barely even looked at me.
Apparently, upon coming back to Canada and establishing her own apartment, Chantal took a dive down a flight of stairs in what can only be described as karmic ballet. The injuries, some bruising, and what she feels like could be some broken toes, and maybe a little bit stiffer of a limp from someone who definitely thought grabbing a tote bag mid-fall was the move. It's tragic, it's slapstick, it's peak Foodie.
Oh, I fell down the stairs. I almost died. I almost died. I'm not even joking. So like, yeah, I was visiting my mom, and I was at the top of the stairs, and I don't know, like, I don't remember how I started falling, But you know how they say like falling backward is better than falling forward? I fell forward. Yeah. Like, you guys, when I tell you I thought I was gonna die, like I felt myself, and they're like wood stairs, they're really hard. I went like forward smack. I hit my head on this ornament she has in her landing. I broke it. Um, I smacked. I had the sense at the last second to lift my head though, like so I wasn't smashing my face. I think I don't remember. I don't know if my head hit the ornament or if my body smashed into it. Anyway, I body slammed it somehow, and it took my breath away. Okay, and I'm trying to breathe, like I couldn't breathe, and I was like, I took a second to like try to assess my injuries. I expected blood to start pulling up, but I was like, you know, when in cartoons you see the bird spinning, like that's like I was spinning, and I was on my way down to get a snack, okay, because I was like really hungry, and I thought maybe I should go get a snack. Boom! I fell down the stairs, and when I came to, I was like, okay, maybe not. I won't get a snack. I won't get a snack, and I went back up to my bedroom, and I was like, shoot. Anyway, I have bruises that are this big and black all over my body. My foot, I think I broke 2 toes. Like to weight bear on them, it hurts. So I'm always in pain because I'm walking around. Like I had to move, you know? Oh yeah, it was scary. I was just like, I was dizzy for the night. I'm like, I could have a concussion. Oh well. I was by myself and I just went to bed and alhamdulillah, I woke up the next day and here I am. I honestly have like a bit of trauma like going downstairs now because like that was so painful. Oh my gosh. Wow. Like I have scrapes all over my body. It was bad.
And we're back, bitches.
Suck it.
She's seated on what is assumedly a bed in her new apartment, and she's nesting. If nesting means no couch and no dignity, but plenty of Dollarama ambiance. She claims to be setting up a cozy space with the enthusiasm of someone who confuses minimalism with just not having things. A true pioneer in aesthetic poverty chic.
I'm trying to grift, and you best believe, I'm gonna be grifting my life away, okay? So anyways, let me tell you. Sorry, but I'm a hustler. I have never fully lived alone like this, and I've never not had a car. Yeah, it's not even that bad here. Like, oh, I like it. I can't wait to make my bed with my new pillows and sheets. My new sheet. Oh no, my mom gave me some sheets. I have a new bed. I thought I'm just gonna get little things piece by piece because I retained a lot of valuable things from living in Kuwait with Sarault. I've never had my own place. It's like weird. I'm tired and jet lagged. I think the place is haunted though, eh? I'm telling you. I always hear doors creaking. Now, Pizza's not living with me. I'm married, so... And honestly, I just feel like having my own place is like what I need to do. I have more containers. One of these stupid things. I hate setting up a new place with all this crap. It's ugly. I don't even know if it's gonna fit. The drawer inside the kitchen? This looks so cheap ass. Oh well. I'll put it in the bathroom. Okay, where should I put this? Not in my room. No, I'll get different art for that. For my room. This will be bathroom art. You know? I feel like people just want something generic when they're trying to go to the bathroom. You don't want like bathroom art that's too flashy. It'll take the concentration away from doing your business. So if you have something calm, you know. So I went to the Dollarama, right, and got a bag full of stuff like hooks and stuff I need for my glaze. And chicken gravy. The only food items I got. And I got these. I'm gonna need these to put that up. I can't wait to eat this hot chicken. I've been craving one. I have a crock pot, so I can put the chicken in. It can feel lonely. Yeah, I know. Like tonight, I'm gonna be like, I'm by myself. So whenever if you want to know what my content will be, basically kind of just like long live streams because I'm gonna be lonely, and I don't know. I have no life. My life is to entertain you. I don't have any furniture really. I think my internet modem is coming either tomorrow or Friday or Thursday.
So apparently Julia, her OG cat, back in Kuwait, is living large with Salah, and apparently has had all of her paperwork taken care of, passports, vaccinations, the works. Meanwhile, back in Canada, Chantal's already got her grubby fat fingers on the adoption of another cat, Smokey. She describes him as morbidly obese, but sweet. And the translation for that is Chantal has found the only creature that may have the same BMI as herself. She begins talking of joint diets, laser pointers, and health journeys. But we all know how this goes. A couple of TikToks, a scale thrown in the garbage, and a cat that ends up losing weight due to neglect, and not that she's trying to moderate their actual food intake. Because Chantal and moderation.
Yeah, so I have a cat coming. Well, like, listen, the haters have already brainwashed me a little bit. Because I feel guilty even saying that, and it's because they want this whole, like, animal abuser shit, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not an abuser, so yap your mouth away. Every cat I've had was well taken care of. Like, you know, despite the nail thing from me not being there, and, you know, yeah, okay, stupid, whatever. Doesn't make me, like, look at Julia. Like, she is everything. Everything. Microchipped, fixed. She's happy. Anytime you see her, she's well fed. So I'm getting another cat. We are keeping Julia. So there's this cat that needed a home. And it's 6, and it's fixed, vaccinated, everything well taken care of. There's a reason they have to rehome their cat. Oh no, they must be the devil. Yeah. It's very obese, just like me, so we're gonna diet together. I have to make that cat lose weight, man. Anyway, I'm getting it delivered Friday. Him. It's a big boy, and apparently he's the person said that he's too affectionate. Very fat geezer, yeah. And yes, this cat will be well taken care of. It's up to date with all its shots. It's obviously neutered. It's 6 years old. It looks like a bread loaf. It's like fat. Like, it's a short hair. Smoking. Honestly, the cat looks like a male gray Timbit almost.
Here's where the live stream starts to take a turn for fan fiction. According to Chantal, her haters are all deranged stalkers intervening, inventing wild theories for clout. And sure, there's always a few unhinged reaction channels out there. But honey, the calls are coming from inside the Wi-Fi router box. She paints herself as this persecuted anti-hero, misunderstood, falsely accused, and oppressed by keyboard warriors. But let's be real. This is a woman who has made content out of every public failure and meltdown, and then acts surprised when people are paying attention. And the online commentary she resents, that's the audience she built. And instead of engaging in an ounce of reflection, she just dismisses everyone with a smug,
I'm totally grifting, baby.
like, girl, that is not a flex. That is a warning label. She's not being targeted. She's just being documented.
Listen, hater channels. Okay, my haters, I have one last message for you. You are literally doing too much. Why can't you just watch me? Like, if you want to hate watch me, whatever. But you are literally psychotic. I've even seen Kiwi Farms call my haters insane, and that says something. Okay? Like, they're just waiting for any little thing to just, they want the books thrown at me for breathing. Like, literally. And I'm just like, yo, you can't just, like, watch. Like, you know, you have to, like, literally, it's weird. The level of hate is psychologically abnormal, right? You know? And I think it's for, like, I know it's for a weird reason. I realize now, like, looking around, it's like people think, like, she's so smug, she needs to get her comeuppance. Anyways, and I'm sorry to tell you, but, you know, I'm a very willful individual, and it's just not going to happen. So, suck it. I didn't really look around too much, but I saw some of the deranged things, yeah. And I don't want to focus on that, whatever. You know, the internet's going to be the internet. Like, it's disgusting. Do you know how grossed out I got watching, you know, and rest in peace to all the souls, but you know the plane in India? I'm so dumb. In Ahmedabad, India, there was a plane that crashed. Over 200 souls, okay? And you go in the comments, and the first thing you see is, I bet you it's because the pilot passed out from the smell. Like, the racism is just so gross. Like, ugh. It literally, like, how can you have people lack decent human decency and empathy. It's so weird. Yeah, just watch my show, but leave me alone, okay? Like, just let me be. I don't know why we're whispering. So yeah, the speculation. They were all salivating at the thought of me finally getting my justice. For what? Burying my hamster in the sand? I'm just like, it makes me feel so weird how stupid that is. And don't you feel like one of those people that, like a tattletale? And she's horrible. She buried her hamster in the sand. Get her. You better get her. Get her. We have proof for you. How pathetic do you have to be? What's going on, guys? Well, looking at Foodie Beauty's Instagram. She unfollowed. Like, what? Like, who cares? You're stalking my Instagram out of weird desperation. Like, that's so. They have to be demons. I don't know. A lot of them, their voices sound like demons are coming out of them. Like, you know, in an exorcism. They don't really care. It's not about the reacting to me that's annoying. It's the real life shit. You know? Like, what the fuck? Why are they hating? Like, there's nothing to hate on. Like, get a life. You know? Like, seriously. You don't like me? Why are you so obsessed? Like, so weird. Oh well, let them be stay mad, baby. Like, that's why I say that, because what can I do? You know? Oh. Shut up and go stuff it. I didn't abandon any cats. And Julie, I still have her. So eat a big pile of horse shit. Yeah. I know, right? Imagine, like, celebrating somebody being in jail for, like, just because you hate them, like, and you have no control over your own emotions. Like, I have bad emotional control sometimes, but I don't know, man. And they go, like, right into, like, they'll have, like, a whole live about, like, okay, so she's gonna be so broke, and they're happy about that. Like, it's so weird. I don't know. The haters can suck it, and they're so stupid. Like, I'm sorry, but they started writing dissertations to pause, like, every little thing I've ever done in my history. Did you know she had an STD? Why do they care about something that happened 6 years ago? Something that can be cured, and that wasn't my fault. Like, anyway. So stupid. Stupid people. Sorry, I know you were hoping for a prison bees. And just the bullshit. She came to Kuwait to evade her taxes. What does Kuwait give a shit about that? That's a Canada problem. And you can't evade your taxes. You have to pay your debts. She went to Kuwait because she had bankruptcies. I literally showed proof that I'm paying off my bankruptcy. But okay. Just to show you, don't believe any of that crap. Unless you want to, that's your problem. No useful legal advice? Well, I think he said that he thinks that they would just deport me, worst case scenario, which I believe is probably true. God makes things happen for a reason. Oh, the birthday party arm was me, yeah. I was like, I couldn't believe people were... I can't believe, like, I'm like, why would you post that? She's like, oh, I didn't see the arm. Community is abnormally insane. I feel like I've overstayed my welcome. Did the landlord Google you? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I gave him a bunch of money. I think that's all he cares about. And I'm not that bad. I'm keeping this place very clean. I really don't know what they want from me. Like, do you want a badge of honor that you could potentially ruin my life? Like, why would you want to admit that that's something you would want to do to somebody? Like, I've become this, like, character. What the hell? Yeah, they even told on me that I soiled sheets in Thailand. Like, what? You want me thrown in jail for that? Yeah, of course they do. That would be funny. It would be, though, kind of. And then the lawyer guy basically played a video laughing at me getting on the boat in Thailand, and he's like, yeah, I feel sorry for the boat, the tugboat. Well, I feel sorry for anyone who comes into contact with you, buddy, because you have a comb over friggin' widow's peak that from, like, out of this world, buddy. I'm kidding. Sorry, my sass is coming back. Why do I always make fun of everybody? Maybe I am a bitch. Professional lawyer. That boat was privileged to have my fat ass sit on it. Get it right, Lincoln lawyer. What's his name? That was scary getting on that boat.
Then comes the tonal whiplash, because Chantal's live streams would not be complete without it, especially one as lengthy as this one. We go from haters are evil to I have anxiety to I took an edible and prayed about it in the span of one plastic water-filled Tupperware container. Look, talking about mental health is important, but Chantal weaponizes it like a reset button for criticism. Bad decision, it's my anxiety. Inappropriate rant, it's my trauma. Got caught lying, you don't understand what I go through. At this point, it's not self-awareness, it's emotional bait, and her audience eats it up. like it's just another part of her mukbangs. She's not managing anxiety, she's monetizing it. And let's not even start on the faith discourse. One minute she's waxing poetic about being a devout Muslim, the next she's popping gummies and dragging people who suggest she take her own values seriously. You can struggle with your faith. Absolutely. That's pretty real. But using religion as a PR shield when it suits the narrative, and then just tossing it aside freely when it gets inconvenient, that's not spiritual growth. It's brand management. And it's a messy one at that.
I look like crap. I haven't been really focusing on my looks, to be honest, right now. And yeah, I'm a bit medicated because I'm a bit anxious. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just like, whatever. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm staying offline. I want to set up my life before I go live again. I needed the time to, you know, redo my whole life without the internet watching, you know? So I just like, and I know like a lot of people are probably expecting me to not wear hijab and everything. Even if I wasn't with Salah, I would stay Muslim because God, alhamdulillah, and I swear to God, has helped me through this in ways you'll never know, okay? Any of you who don't believe in God, I understand, but, you know, it gradually comes out of you in your life. Pretty bad anxiety, you know? Yes, I know, I think people really don't think that I'm Muslim. I'm not taking the hijab off for any amount of money. Isn't smoking weed a sin if you're Muslim? It's not, there's nothing about like weed itself, but like intoxicating your brain is like very frowned upon, yeah. But I'm not sure about medicinally. I think it's starting to be accepted more as medicinal. And honestly, I'm just not gonna say like if I am or not, whatever. If you think so, you know. But I think it just, you know, the medicinal side, like certain medicines just make life more tolerable, you know. Anyway, I don't know, if people expect me to just go back to being like before, I am changed somewhat, you know. Like, it's, you know, people are surprised, like, you know, take off, like, I'm not a fake Muslim, so am I a bad Muslim sometimes? Yeah, but even bad Muslims are still, like, people, even sinners are still Muslim, sinners are still Christian. I'm certainly not, just because I moved back here, abandoning, like, my beliefs in God, like, I'll still be without the hijab. No, I'm choosing to wear it, you know. And this Salah would not want me to take it off. Would I take it off if I divorce? No. Because he doesn't like me to take it off, but I think if I really wanted to, like, what, you know, I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't want to be with me anymore. Because he's pretty, even this right now. I love him a lot, and I respect him as my husband. And I know there's some, like, OG beezers who really just want me to be single and bees. But I gotta meet you halfway, guys, because I really love him. And yeah, we respect the countries, even though, you know, yeah, even though we might not understand sometimes the laws. Yeah. I think Kuwait will always have a place in my heart, you know? I'm just not, you know, the kind of person, like, my mouth is just awful sometimes.
And for what's next, she doesn't know. But then again, neither do we. There's vague talk of her reuniting with Sala, maybe bringing Julia to Canada, maybe moving again, and maybe another arc entirely. The only real certainty here is chaos. Only chaos. Because for all the talk of her starting over, she's still broadcasting every fragmented thought like it's gospel.
Who stinks? Me? No, I don't actually. I was a fugitive. Like, technically, I was a freaking fugitive. That is so cool. And actually, I can kind of thank my haters for pushing this because I think I'll be a lot better off here. Man on the run. Bees are on the run. My lore is outstanding. I wasn't even on the internet and I was talked about a lot more than when I was. I never liked a boring life. How many of you can say you've been a fugitive? 0. What is this, a goiter? Anyways, I know my neck looks like a goiter. No, I'm okay. Just flat. I know. Yeah, I'm pretty fat, but no, I think I have a goiter, so I have to watch my salt. I don't know. I have to come up with a whole routine for my life. I can't just stay in the house and seal every day, all day, morning, right? Huge adjustment. Yeah, I can't believe I'm gonna wake up. You know when you wake up, you don't know where you are for like a good 5 minutes.
Growth requires silence, and stability requires boundaries, and she has neither. So, what have we learned today, friends? Falling downstairs is apparently a spiritual awakening. Tupperware is the new glassware. And grifting isn't just a hustle, it's a whole damn identity. To Chantal, I hope you stub your toe. I hope Julia adjusts to her new life without you in Kuwait. And I hope one day you learn that criticism isn't stalking. It's just what happens when you live stream your entire life unfiltered. Not to be confused with out of filter. Until next time, stay exhausted, my friends.
I'm actually a paid artist. Okay, I'm a fugitive. I'm a paid artist. I'm a model. What else? I'm a world traveler. So many people are gonna hate me because I'm not, in a jail somewhere, or I don't know,